Do you want to go fast in Hades 2? Then this is the video for you. Welcome to my beginner's guide to speedrunning today. We will go over the arcana, keepsakes, familiars, potential strong speedrunning weapons, the fear we use, and then we'll hop into a run, and I'll talk about everything I do to go fast in Hades 2. Alright, first up, arcana cards. If you don't want to use Fate's Whim, which is a lot more consistent to not use in speedrunning, then this is what you're going to want to use. Of course, the one change is if you focus more on Omega attacks with whatever aspect you are running, you're going to want to drop Huntress as it only affects your regular attack and special, and swap it out for Persistence just to give yourself some more max magic. Then if you do want to use Fate's Whim in speedrunning, I warn you, can be very fun, you can go very fast, but it's very inconsistent. This is the primary setup you're going to want to use. One swap you can make is if you don't mind losing some boon rarity, you can go over to Boatman for a stronger early game, guaranteeing you 2 boons within your Erebus shops. And for our guide today, I will be using the primary set that does not use Fate's Whim and is not going to be focused around Omegas. Then for the potential familiars, it's pretty much the same thing. If you're not going to use Omegas or Magic, it's Rocky for the extra crit chance leading to more damage, allowing you to go faster. Or if you are using Omegas on an aspect like Moros or Charon, you're going to want to start Hecuba. It gives you a little bit more wiggle room before desperately needing a magic regen to keep your speedruns alive. And then for the speedrunning fear, it is just going to be the Vow of Frenzy. Yes, this makes enemies attack faster, which is scary, but it also makes them spawn faster, so you're going to want to get used to it for speedruns. The Vow of Shadow only goes on in Underworld speedruns due to the Shadow Spiller mini-boss. It allows you to not have to kill the adds around it, making it a few seconds faster. And then finally, if you're curious on what aspects to use for speedrunning, I'll give you my top 3 today. The number 1 undisputed aspect in Hades 2 for speedrunning is of course the aspect of Medea. Pairing that with Zeus's keepsake, looking for Blitz on your special. My second recommendation for speedrunning today is going to be the aspect of Charon. You'll see it on the channel in not too long, hopefully from me as well. Hecuba familiar as well as Persistence for all that extra magic. Starting the Apollo keepsake, big AoE special, fantastic magic regen, even the cast and Omega cast effect, all very helpful to start you out on your speedrunning journey. Last but certainly not least, we have the aspect of Moros for the Umbral Torches. Once again, Hecuba familiar, Persistence Arcana card, swapping it out for Huntress, and then Hera's keepsakes. The good old fine lines build is how you're going to go fast with this one. For today's tutorial, I'll be running it with the aspect of Medea setup we just spoke about. That is about that. Let's hop into our run and talk about everything that's going to help you go fast in Hades 2. So first, we're just going to head on down and grab our starting boon. On Medea, we're looking for Zeus's special. Don't worry too much about rarity resetting. It's really not a big deal. We did get full rarity today, which is nice. Use your Rarify on your main starting boon. Start your room. Medea specific, you're going to want to Omega attack whenever you can when enemies aren't on the screen. Gets you on Huntress. As they spawn in, they'll get hit by the Omega attack. Simplifies rooms, allows you to go a bit faster. The first 4 locations in Erebus, you're just going to play like normal with the goal of killing enemies as fast as you can, clearing the room as fast as possible. Once we get to room 5, we have some stuff to talk about. Build-wise, you're just going to go to pump out as much damage as possible. You can do some King's Ransom stuff with Zeus Hera on Medea, maybe some Possessed Array Born Gain, or you can generally look for Heinous Affront in the form of Ares attack, Zeus special, Apollo's Light Smite, and the duo. I'll take Tidal Ring, its origination. It's a big cast boon that does a lot of damage. These are some pretty fast rooms, I will say. Now, we are going to start talking about locations. If you're unfamiliar, look at that. We're in location 4. Starting in location 5 is when you can encounter your skip rooms within Erebus. What's a skip room? It's Nemesis, which pauses the timer, Artemis, which pauses the timer and gives you a crit boon, Arachne's Cocoon Combats, which is where you break the cocoons, get your reward. Doesn't pause the timer, very fast room. And the Fountain Room, heals you up, no enemies, very fast room. Generally, you're going to want to stick to doors that show a non-menu reward, as Nemesis Artemis and Arachne's combat cocoons can only be within one of those. That means palms, or hammers, or boon rewards, once you get to location 5, are typically a big no-no while you're trying to force out skips. Now with the introduction of 1.0, Artemis can also be in a Selene Hex room and a palm room specifically, and the fountain room is unique and you can take a menu reward and still get a fountain. The rest though are tied to non-menu rewards, and in Artemis's cases also extends to Selene and a palm for some reason. Also in location 6 starts what I call your shop boss rotation. You can start to see your shop, your mini boss, and Arachne. NPC story encounter, pauses timer, great for a speedrun that's based on your in-game time. Right now, this is a speedrun. I'm not stacking up time because my in-game timer, which you can see under the location, is paused. Shop also pauses your timer, and then on top of that, the mini boss does not pause your timer. Once again, very fast room, and gives you a guaranteed boon reward with extra rarity, which is quite nice. So, you can see 3 mini bosses in Erebus because there is 3 Erebus mini bosses. Same for Oceanus, just 2 in Fields because there is only 2 Fields mini bosses. What you're going to want to do is if you see Arachne and your mini boss lined up, in location 6 is take Arachne. That's 1 boss count you've skipped. Then hopefully you'll see your shop and not 2 bosses. It'll be a shop on one door and a boss on the other. You'll take your shop. That's 2 boss counters that you've now missed. Then after your shop, you'll see your 3rd mini boss still. So you get to get all 3. Chaining skips is how you go really fast in Hades 2. And when we get to the relevant location, we'll talk about it for Oceanus as well. But those are all the skips within Erebus, as well as Chaos Gates. You can get a Chaos Gate. A Chaos Gate does skip an entire location. Timer does not pause, but once again, it's a quick 2 to 5 second location for a Chaos Boon. And you get to skip an entire room of enemies. You can force spawn Chaos Gates in your wells around the map, so always be on the lookout for those sparks of Ixians. Now, it's not always good to take a Chaos Gate, because if you take a Chaos Gate when the door reward was a shop, you're missing out on a boon and a complete timer pause for a Chaos Curse instead, which isn't great. So be wary of when to take them. When do you take them is whenever you're not skipping a guaranteed better skip for a Chaos Gate. If you're only in location 3, you get a Chaos Gate. No skips can be in location 4. That's perfect. If you know your shop, your boss, your story encounters aren't on the doors, you wait out, you see it all, you just get regular rewards and a Chaos Gate. Take it, skip a location, you'll go faster. Anyways, that ends my rant. Let's continue on with the run. We're looking for Rousing Reception.
Let's do it.
It is very good here. There it is. Your cast damage any foes as they join the encounter whenever they appear. This is not a Medea specific. Fantastic setup for speedruns. You need a cast boon to get it. Hera can give it to you. I'm also going to check my wells. We do get a Danaid Dagger, so I have 200% attacks damage. I could spend a roll to get a Chaos Gate. I don't think it's worth it here. Head into our next door. You'll see Rousing Reception. When enemies try to spawn in, my cast will kill them. It's really nice to clear rooms super fast. Apollo would be our 4th. I don't see why not. Has a great sprint. Movement speed and origination. Has a big attack boon. Gigantic AoE. Why not? We do get the Blinding Rush. We also get Light Smite. I think I'm going to take that here. No, we don't need it because we have Rousing Reception. Light Smite or Rousing Reception can really help you in a speedrun against Hecate specifically. Because when you kill Hecate, or try to kill Hecate, first thing she's going to do is hide in her shield and spawn witches. Then you have to go around the room and kill all the witches. Hurt Hecate again, second wave of witches, kill Hecate after you clear the witches. Rousing Reception and Light Smite are 2 of the techniques used in Hades 2 to clear witches incredibly fast. Take a little bit of damage, all the witches will die to Light Smite. Rousing Reception, make sure your cast is down. While the witches are spawning, they will all die to Rousing Reception. I already have Rousing, don't need Light Smite. Take the Blinding Rush for move speed, as well as more origination. Of course, besides all the speedrunning tech I've spoken about, the locations, your skips, NPC story rooms, shops, bosses, skip rooms, chaos. Your main goal is to clear rooms as fast as you can, which means dealing as much damage as you possibly can, so always be wary of how to do that with your aspect. I'll talk about it specifically on Medea today. None of these dresses really do anything. Take the cast dress. Don't think it affects Title Ring because it is a splash effect. We did get our boss, then Arachne, then our shop, just like I mentioned. So we're in location 8 in just 36 seconds with all of our skip rooms available. Take the palm. And the Poseidon Boom. You're never gonna do Zagreus. I'll just take Beach Ball. It's funny and kind of actually good. Never going to do Zagreus in a speedrun. It's just too slow. There's some edge cases on the surface where apparently it's faster, but not in the underworld, especially not in Erebus. Now, I am going to take Hammer here. We do have skips available, but Daedalus Hammers are incredible upgrades that can help you go fast due to how much damage they can give you. And I have a good build set up in case we get Possessed Array, which is probably the top hammer on Medea. And any build's good with Colossus Driver. So I'm willing to forego 3 potential skips for a hammer here. Can still be a fountain room. So there is that. Yeah, we get enemies. We just have to clear our room. Might be getting punished here. Want to make sure our cast is down for Rousing Reception. Sadly, our Rousing Reception is only common, so it's not going to kill a lot of enemies. If we got some rarity on it, it would have been a little bit better. Room was pretty slow overall. Is what it is. We did get Colossus Driver. 30 base power on the specials helps a lot. Hermes Boon is not worth it to me to take, so instead I'll go non-menu. Not guaranteed a skip by any means on the non-menus. You're just giving yourself the best possible odds of getting them. Besides that, once again, we're just clearing the room as fast as we possibly can. Now, like I mentioned, speedruns are based on your in-game timer right here in the top right. A technique you'll see me use in High Fear and speedruns is pause buffering like so to see my door rewards as well as my Chaos Gate to see which one I should take to go as fast as possible. I'm also checking my well for Sparks of Ixion. I'll even spend a roll to try to hit one. If we don't get it, we're out of here. We take the Chaos Gate. Since the other doors are just ash and bones, we're going to skip our next room, and this will actually be our very last location. Location 11. 12 is your final shop. 13 is Hecate. We have completed Erebus. We also got 65% attacks damage. Can't earn gold. Well worth it. We have enough gold for our next 2 shops anyways. 150 per. Mystery boot. I'm going to take the Epic Back Burner here. Once again, we're just looking to stack up damage. Do not want a common Apollo attack, especially while we're sitting on Denade for the next 2. Go ahead, do this. Once again, make sure our cast is dropped for Rousing Reception on the Witches. Besides that, it's just killing Hecate as fast as we can, hoping she doesn't instant teleport, which she can do. It's going to look like that on Medea. And then we're just going to drop this down. Now, this pattern specifically, she does fully complete it no matter what, which is a little bit unfortunate. But it's okay. Now, the Rousing Reception is a little bit tough to do on Hecate, and I didn't even kill one of the witches, which is not great. You have to time it so you dodge through the ball and drop the rousing at the same time, ideally. I didn't do that. It's okay. We still clear Erebus in 1 minute and 34 seconds while getting sheepballed. Do as I say, not as I do. You want to time that a bit better. I waited too long as well. I wasn't really thinking about it. That's tough. Now we're in location 14, and we can talk about keepsakes. Keepsakes are very locked and set within speedruns. If you're on the Fate's Whim setup, you're going to start Jeweled Palm, otherwise you're going to start your God Keepsake. In Biome 2 in a speedrun, it's always going to be Fig Leaf. It allows you to skip 1 room per region for an entire run, which is huge in a speedrun. 3 free rooms across an entire run. More often than not, it's only a chance to skip it. You can get Fig Leaf scammed, but it's still well worth it, and most runs you are going to get all 3 skips. Then in fields, you're going to take Athena. She slams down, finishing an encounter a little early for you, and pauses your timer, so you can go around, collect all your rewards within that room. And while she's leaving, she pauses the timer for quite a long time, so you either can start your next encounter and get into the fight, or start running out of your room into your next room, and the timer will still be paused. It's a huge time save. And then you'll finish up with the White Antler, because it helps you deal an absolute ton of damage to Kronos, which is another huge time save in speedruns. This is a very locked and set keepsake rotation that you're going to want to get used to within speedruns if your goal is to go fast. There is really no variance whatsoever in Hades 2 speedruns, and I'll spend another roll looking for that Spark of Ixion. Only 1 each time. It's not really worth it to spend a ton on it, but if you can hit it, it's pretty great. Head on down to Oceanus. Once again, Oceanus skips. So I don't know if I mentioned it specifically when we were talking about it in Erebus, because I'm trying to get out a lot of information very quickly to you all. Also trying not to overload you with information, but it's quite a bit. Location 15. So our first room will be 16. Our second room will be 17. Once we hit 18 is when you can start to see your shop boss rotation. Just like in Erebus, we have a shop, we have 3 mini bosses, and we have Narcissus, which is our NPC encounter that replaces Arachne from Erebus. You can also see a fountain room in Oceanus, and a Cocoon's combat room in Oceanus. You can also see Nemesis. However, you can only see Nemesis once per run, and I believe it's currently bugged to where you can see Nemesis twice per run as of right now. I'm not sure if that's a bug, but people are theorizing that it is. So typically once per run Nemesis, and once per run Artemis. Nemesis can be all the way down to Tartarus. Artemis can only be seen in Erebus and Oceanus. Both of them are unique once per run encounters. Cocoons combats and fountains can be in Erebus and Oceanus, and you can get both of them in Erebus and then both of them again in Oceanus. Same with your shop boss and story encounters. You can get both shops in Erebus, your boss in Erebus and Oceanus, and your NPCs in Erebus and Oceanus. Nemesis and Artemis are the only things in the game where you can only see once per run. Once you see them, you're not going to see them again. So with that being said, head on down. Our first room is going to be a regular room. We could get a fig leaf skip. We did not. It can happen at any point. We're going to always keep our cast down, clear the room as fast as we can. We can also get Chaos Gates in Oceanus. Take the Palm, since we want as much damage as possible. But yeah, no guarantees on the Chaos Gates or the Fig Leaf stuff. It can just happen alongside everything else. And like I said, the third location in Oceanus opens up your shop boss rotation. We got our shop. We get another Zeus Spoon. Why not? Gonna roll for a double strike. Could also take Storm Ring, but I like our Title Ring. And I'll go for Hera's attack here. Why not? Hitch and % origination. Our Fig Leaf proc on the mini boss. You don't want this to happen. The mini boss is an incredibly fast encounter you can kill in a couple of seconds. You want a Fig Leaf, a nice, long, scary 3-wave combat room, saving you a ton of time. Not a room that was already going to save us a ton of time. After our shop, then our boss, we did get Narcissus, which is fantastic. Pauses the timer, gives us a free reward, gets us through another location. There is 22 total locations within Oceanus. We still have Arachne's Cocoons, and we still have Artemis and Nemesis, as well as a fountain room to potentially see in 21 and 22, as long as we're sticking to those non-menu reward rooms, money being one of them. Now this is a room I wanted to skip when it comes to the Fig Leaf. There's enemies everywhere. Rousing Reception's really helping out. Wasn't too long, wasn't great. We get our attacks %, we can earn gold again. And in location 22, our final room in Oceanus, we get our once per run Nemesis encounter, saving us a ton of time, allowing us to get in Sirens right around the 2-minute mark. After having a 134 Erebus, which is decent but not great, getting about a 30-second Oceanus is pretty awesome. A little bit longer due to the Sirens fight, of course, but even still, solid. And our Erebus could have been real strong if it wasn't for me getting Sheepball. So totally user error there, unfortunately. Now, we already have Backburner. I think I'll just take Perfect Damage. Like I said, our goal is just to stack up damage on whatever build you're using, and we'll get into our Sirens fight. Siren-specific tech, the only thing is that you're going to rush Jetty down before she runs away, because that's what she likes to do at the beginning of the fight. Kill her, then you want to kill Scylla, although it doesn't matter for Phase 1. In Phase 2, you want to make sure you kill Scylla right after Jetty. So it's Jetty, then Scylla, then Roxy, and then Scylla will insta-pop out of her shell, and you can kill her. Perfect. We're into fields at the 2-minute, 20-second mark. We have our Fig Leaf for the rest of the run. We're going to equip Athena, and then we'll talk about specific nuance of the morning fields. Grab our heal, flip to our Athena keepsake. We will take the Spark of Ixion. That is something I can break down, although this is a little advanced, but we'll talk about it. So the morning fields. Typically, if you get a standard morning fields, you're going to see 2 encounters. Then you're going to see a mini-boss. Then you'll see Echo. Then you'll see 3 encounters. This can vary. You can get 3 encounters at the beginning, 3 encounters at the end. Goes for a slow morning fields. It's rather rare. You can also miss Echo. People call it an Echo scam. Rather rare is also going to slow you down. But standard is 2, mini-boss, Echo, 3. You can also get a very fast 2 encounter, mini-boss, Echo, the NPC, and then 2 encounter. Plus we have Fig Leaf and Athena, don't forget. But that is rare. Getting a Chaos Gate helps you get that. The way you get a 2-2 fields, as people call it, is by skipping 3-door rooms. If you can skip 2 3-door rooms, you have a much better chance of getting a 2-2 fields. Skipping this Chaos Gate here, I bought it and I'm not going to take it, is going to count as skipping a 3-door. So if I can see 1 more 3-door and not go into it, I'm going to have a very high chance of getting a very fast 2-2 fields. Now this is Fig Leaf. here's some more speedrunner specific tech. If you have Athena and you get Fig Leaf proc on your first combat encounter, you're not going to take it because timer hasn't paused yet. You're going to start your next one. You're going to get Athena down here. She's going to come down, help you finish out the encounter, pause your timer. It only saves you a couple seconds, and in my case, I actually backtracked over the reward. It is what it is. I didn't know where my other one was for a quick second. I was discombobulated within the room. My timer's paused because I have Athena. I can run around. I can kill all these enemies. I can chill out. I could grab everything. I could check where my doors are. If I didn't know where the tree was, I could get the tree. Life's good. Now I'm going to grab my Athena reward. From Athena, we'll just take the mental block for the damage. Notice the pause timer still. And we did get a weird field. So we got a 2. And then no mini-boss, no echo. So we're going to take another 2. We did not avoid a 3 there. So we did not get any better odds of getting that 2-2 fields. But we could be getting echo and a mini-boss. Now you can see your mini-boss twice. You can only see echo once. So if this happens to you in an awkward fields layout like I got, if echo shows up on a door, the rule of thumb is to always take echo no matter flippin' what. We got a very far reward split, which is very unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm kind of glad we got a weird fields and even a sheep ball. That was incredibly fast, just to show it off to everyone. We can take Possessed Array and go for Flood Gain. The other 2 hammers aren't great. Now we want to get to our doors, and we got mini-boss, so we didn't get echo, and I think I'm actually missing out on echo, so this is going to end up being very slow, which is rather unfortunate. I'm just going to take Zeus. They're unpaused mini-bosses. I don't want to roll. Just going to waste time. And I don't think this is going to be Echo. I think we missed out on Echo. I don't even think Echo can be last like this. Static Shock, and we don't have this much magic. I'll just take the Divine Vengeance, call it a day. Yeah, so we got a 2, 2, mini-boss, 3 fields, and we got Echo scammed in my speedrun tutorial. This can happen. It's incredibly rare. This is the first time I've been Echo scammed. I can't even remember if it's happened to me before. But I knew it's a thing. It's because friends warned me. It's crazy for it to happen here. A sheep ball and an echo scam in a speedrun tutorial. But I'm pretty happy with how I laid out the basics and spoke about fields. Especially with a weird setup. If we saw Echo lined up with a mini-boss door, we would have just taken Echo, and then we would have had a second showing of mini-boss and taken that. None of this is going to matter at this point. Same rule still applies. Just clear out your encounters. Use the tools at your disposal to go really fast, deal a bunch of damage. Think about loading up things for origination. Think about how you can stack damage buffs. A good attack, special cast, origination, strong Daedalus hammers. You just kind of want it all in a speedrun. And then the only thing you implore differently is, of course, all the skips we talked about. Finish this up going to Cerberus. Apparently we're hitting Zeus Legendary too. Check our well. Why not? Don't need anything there. Guess I could have taken the misfail. This run ended up being super slow because I had to do 3 extra encounters instead of a paused NPC. More Zeus. We could play Ionic Gain. It's just really slow. You're not going to want to do it in a speedrun. Got Power Surge. So Cerberus is pretty standard. Rush him down, do as much damage as you can. He has a bunch of different enemies you can get in the mid-Cerb encounter, like I just got. Can't say I recommend getting Miasmud. Probably not a good idea. And then once again, just deal as much damage as you can. Kill Cerb, and then you head down to Tartarus. Now, we're taking White Antler. If you're not comfortable doing that yet, I recommend practicing on it anyways, because it's going to give you the most potential to go as fast as possible. Otherwise, if you really don't want to for some reason, just take some sort of damage keepsake or some sort of keepsake that enables you to go faster in a speedrun. Would be my recommendation. And the only thing we need to do in Tartarus is not take any side rooms no matter what. You take each combat room, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you go directly to Kronos. You do not pass go, you do not collect $200. Any extra room you take in Tartarus increases something called room depth. Room depth will make all subsequent rooms longer and have more enemies in it, more difficult, which is going to slow you down in a speedrun. You never take a side room. And yes, the Hades room also increases room depth, so you are not taking that either. You simply take the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, nothing else, go straight to Kronos, finish your run as fast as you can. This had the potential to sub 5 until we got Echo scammed in fields, which would have been really cool to put together while I was rambling half coherently in a speedrunning basics guide. That is everything, though. So we can just play this run out. The only thing I will mention is we typically want to Fig Leaf in the first room, because that's usually going to be your longest room, so skipping it is going to save you as much time as possible. This one wasn't too bad, and it's a very small new room, so I'm not mad about not Fig Leafing here. This one's a great one to Fig Leaf. We didn't. Okay. Unfortunate. Once again, you can just get straight up Fig Leaf scammed and have it not activate. I do have Rousing Reception along with Zeus Legendary, which is a pretty fun combo for a speedrun. It can just insta-kill things that I'll never see on my screen. And once again, we don't take Hades because we don't want to increase our room depth. We don't want to slow down. It's never worth it in a speedrun to ever take the Hades room under any circumstance unless it lines up with the final Chronos door. So if you can take Hades and never do a combat besides Chronos afterwards, sure, take it. That's once again very rare. We haven't Fig Leafed yet. That's unfortunate. Don't like that. Thank you, Shocking Loss. Oh, please give me Fig Leaf on this final room. Don't Echo Scam me and Fig Leaf scam me in the same room. Thank you. Much appreciated. That would just be rude. It's a sub 6. We'll take it. Considering it's an Echo Scam, we'll grab armor so we can't die. And then we get Poseidon. Just go for Flood Gain. I think Flood Gain's going to be best here with Possessed Array. Although Hydraulic Might and Killer Current are really strong. But I'll go Flood Gain. HP is not going to do anything. I'm just farming up membership cards. Yes, I do have 1100. Yes, this is my main file. Yes, I do press Undo Night constantly and give up, so I could actually stack way more than this. No, I don't go outside. Okay. Chronos fight once again. You're just going to go as fast as you possibly can. Push for as much damage as you possibly can. Look to constantly phase him before he can move or do anything or dash, etc., etc. Like so. On Medea, you just step away from his orbitals. As they're coming in, you can throw down an Omega. I did it a little too early. He got the teleport and then teleport, sadly, so that's really slow as well. And then we get him into next phase. Probably don't want Omega on Flood Gain, because I guess we're triggering our Flood Gain timer a little early. But it's fine. Just damage rush, and once again, we have a Lover Shield, so just tank the insta-kill. You can also try to iframe it. And then besides that, just go for your kill. There it is. A nice little 545. And a speedrunning tutorial to get more beginners into Hades 2 speedrunning. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. It really does help me out a lot. And if you want to keep up with more of my Hades 2 content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks again for watching. If there's anything I can do to make these guides better for you all, please let me know down in the comments below. And if you want to see a surface version of this, please let me know down in the comments below. Could have been a really fast run. Was rather unfortunate. Still enjoyed it. Thought the flow was decent. I don't know. You guys tell me. Any other speedrunning related questions you feel like I didn't cover as well, throw them down in the comments. That's about that. I hope to see you in the next one. Okay, bye. And a massive thank you to my members for supporting the channel. John Costello, Zuko's Honor, Horia Dragomir, Avocado Anna, Gayud, Meist Jr., Shag Daddy, Vetatoid, Rob Wallace, Katarina V, Seneca, Decola, Hideki 504, Andy Fu, Saint Naive, But What About the Hostages, Nightcrawler, Paul, Shoshin, Nathan, Mininet, Andrew Reddick, Quib, Fish and a Boo Boo, Tomas, and Nick J 38.